There's something so peaceful about the power going out, and I can't say I don't enjoy it. Making coffee on the wood stove, sometimes even cooking breakfast on it, and just enjoying the true peace and quiet that comes with the power being out. The previous night at about 7 p.m., the power just unexpectedly went out. It's pretty common this time of year, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really expecting it to go out. We have a generator hookup and everything is all set up to go, but we don't actually have a running generator. So when the power goes out, all I have is the wood stove, which is totally fine. I can absolutely survive without the power, whether it's cooking, cleaning, bathing. I know how to heat up water and do things without electricity. When the power goes out, it forces us to do things that don't rely on power, which I truly appreciate because it helped me get some extra stuff done that I've been needing to get done and kind of putting off. But it also just helps us to slow down and be still and just be present in the moment. I read some magazines and just enjoyed the true peace of quiet without any distractions and no distractions from my phone or any other devices. So, on this day that the power was out, I decided to tackle the chicken coop. It's a project that's been needing to get done because with all the rain we've been getting and the leaks that the chicken coop had, it got pretty wet and nasty in there. So, this will probably be my last time cleaning it out before winter, although I may end up putting some fresh straw on top of the dirty straw periodically throughout the winter. That way, they can just have some fresh bedding and stay warm. I put a small layer of this on my compost pile just to kind of help cover up the food scraps and stuff that I put in there. It will help it break down a little bit faster. And I absolutely love having a little helper. She is so willing to step in and help with whatever it is that I'm doing anytime. And I'm just so grateful that they get to live this lifestyle and learn responsibilities and experience these types of things. So I am just packing that down. That way I can still fit food scraps in there. Since there is way too much of this used bedding to fit in there, I'm just going to end up dumping it in a pile here and using that as another form of a compost pile where I won't put food scraps because then the dogs will just get into them and eat them. But any other time that I clean the chicken coop or have anything like plant matter or stuff like that, I will just throw it in this pile right here and start a second compost pile. I got a new bale of straw the other day, so that's what I'll be using for bedding. It is my bedding of choice because it does compost a lot better than the shavings do. So that is just what I prefer using for animal bedding. Mama Kitty is always coming to investigate all of my projects. I'm sure if you've been around for a while, you've probably seen her sneaking into several of my videos, and we love our Mama Kitty. She is just such a sweet cat. The chickens are going to be so excited to have this fresh bedding. It's so funny to watch them after you fill their coop with fresh bedding. They go in there and they just scratch it all around and cluck, and it's the funniest thing. I love chickens and I love watching them when they get their fresh bedding. As silly as it sounds, it brings me joy to have a clean chicken coop and know that my chickens are happy, and then maybe they will lay me more eggs or something like that. So I'm just going to give them a nice thick layer of straw to kind of insulate the bottom of the coop. And then I'm setting the rest aside to cover and use throughout the rest of the winter as needed. And hopefully this time my goat won't get into it and just destroy it like last time. I piled some boards over it this time, hoping that she will not do that. I decided to move my nesting box because one of the chickens has been pooping on it, which has been really annoying because then the eggs get dirty. So I moved it down here because there is a shelf that you actually can't see right now, but it's right above it. So I'm hoping that they won't be tempted to perch on the nest box and poop on it anymore. So now the coop is nice and clean and they will be happy chickens. Sometimes I just have to stop and take in the beautiful views between different chores. There is so much beauty all around me constantly, whether it's a beautiful sunny day or a rainy day, and sometimes I forget to stop and just enjoy it for a minute. But as always, I can't really stop for too long because there's always a lot of work to be done, and the firewood work is a never ending project, something that I feel like I'm always working on day in and day out. Whether I'm splitting it, stacking it, or just trying to go out and find it, it's definitely something that takes up the majority of my time every fall. I don't mind doing the firewood work though. It keeps me in shape and just keeps me outside. It's actually some of my best childhood memories are from going out and cutting firewood with my family, and I will cherish those memories forever. So when it comes to doing these kind of chores, it just kind of brings me back and helps me reminisce on those times in the past. Some women have husbands that stack the wood on the porch and deal with all the firewood, even as far as putting it in the wood stove, but unfortunately, I don't get to have that luxury. Now, when my husband's home, he will happily do all of those things for me, but I like to help with them, so even though he does sometimes do it all the time, I try to put in my part too as well. So while sometimes when the power goes out, it can be kind of an inconvenience, things aren't as simple, such as just turning on a light or turning on a burner on the stove. I can't just openly communicate with my husband because we don't have a phone of any type. We only have Starlink, so when the power's out, the only communication we have is through satellite texting, which isn't the greatest, but it is better than nothing. Anyways, with the way that we have set up our life, it's just a minor inconvenience when the power goes out and not the end of the world. And I want to teach our kids that we don't need these things to live, and if they ever get taken away from us, then we can survive. And I want them to grow up knowing how to do that and learning skills to do that, because I truly believe that we shouldn't rely on things such as power and running water, because we never know when these everyday conveniences will be taken away from us. So next time the power goes out where you are, think of it as just a minor inconvenience instead of the end of the world. If you enjoy watching my videos, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment and tell me what you do when the power goes out where you are.